Good morning. We'll start with accounting for shares. Accounting for shares. Just to recollect the journal entries, what is the first one we do? We receive which one? Application money received. What is the entry we pass? Bank account data or to share application account. No need to copy this because you've been doing this from plus two, I hope. Number two, transfer of application money. Transfer of application money. What is the entry you will pass? Suppose if we get excess money, we can reject it. Suppose if there is a advance money, if there is an advance money like prorate allotment, it will be transferred to which account? Share allotment account for surplus. If there is a surplus in prorate allotment, we can transfer to share allotment account. Wait. For allotment money due. What is the entry for allotment money due we pass? Share allotment account data. It can be to share capital to securities premium. And shares cannot be issued at discount. Shares cannot be issued at discount. So we get the money, we transfer the money for allotment money due, share allotment account data to share capital to which account? Securities premium account. Number four, for allotment money received. What is the entry for allotment money received? What is the entry for allotment money received? Bank account data or to. Suppose if calls are not paid, we'll open which account? Calls in arrears account. Suppose if somebody pays advance money, we'll open which account? Calls in advance account. Depends on the question. Suppose if some shareholders are not paying money, we'll open calls in arrears account. Suppose if there's an advance money paid, we'll take it as which one? Calls in advance account. Then for call money due, what is the entry you'll pass? Share if it is first call, final call, depends on how many calls that is made. To share capital, share call account data or to which account? To share capital, like that we pass the entry. Then for call money received, okay, what is the entry you'll pass? Bank account data. Again, here there is a chance of which one? Calls in arrears account. There shall be to share call account. Depends on first call or final call, like that. It can be calls in advance also. Suppose if there is an already calls in advance receipt, that will be closed here. Along with money collected, the calls in advance will get closed. These are the basic entries that we pass for which one? Issue of shares. Now, if you get calls in advance, it must be authorized by articles of association and interest has to be paid. What is the interest on calls in advance? Or the old provision. What is the updated one? Interest on calls in advance should be 6% per annum. Interest on calls in arrears should be 5% per annum. Okay, so interest on calls in arrears should be paid at the rate of 5% per annum by the shareholder who is delaying the payment. If there is a calls in advance, you can collect, or sorry, you have to pay an interest of how much? The company has to pay an interest of 6% per annum. So this is the base thing that I hope you should remember. Then we'll do a problem based on this. Once a problem was asked with calls in arrears and calls in advance, with interest on calls in advance and calls in arrears, we'll solve a problem based on that. No need to copy this. We'll directly apply this in a question. Go to the first question, please. May 2022 question. Go through that. You can find one shareholder is paying the full amount at the time of call itself. The final call was made 4 months after that. One shareholder holding 200 shares, another shareholder holding 100 shares. They paid the amount due 3 months or after 4 months, like that it is given. Read the question. There is no forfeiture in this question. There is no forfeiture in this question. No need to copy this. No need to copy this. We'll directly apply this in this question. Read that question fully, then we'll solve. How many shares are issued? 20,000, 10 each at a premium of 10%. 2 rupees on application, 4 rupees on allotment, 2 rupees on first call, balance on final call. 4 rupees includes premium. So 2 plus 4 plus 2, totally it comes to 8 rupees. Balance how much you have to receive at the time of final call. 3 rupees you have to get it at the time of final call. All the shares are subscribed. Mr. M, who has held how many shares? 2000 shares, who paid the full amount on the first call itself. So in the first call, we are collecting a calls in advance. This 2000 shares are nothing but which one? Calls in advance. Final call money which was made 4 months after the first call. 4 months after the first call, and fully paid except the shareholder having how many shares? 200 shares, another one having 100 shares. They paid the due amount after 3 months and what? 4 months respectively. So first call there is a calls in advance. Final call there is a calls in arrear. Okay. In the company also paid interest on calls in advance, and the company maintains calls in arrears account, calls in advance account is given. Give journal entries to record the transaction. Show workings for interest calculation கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Okay, ignore the dates கொடுத்துட்டோம். So in this question, there is no forfeiture. There is no forfeiture. Shall we start? First entry, bank account data to share application account. How many shares? 20,000 into 2. Transfer of application money. Share application money. That is share application account data to share capital 40,000. In this question, there is no rejection or there is no surplus. Okay. For allotment money due, 20,000 into 4. Hello, total amount 80,000. The capital will be 3 rupees. 20,000 into 3, 60,000, and the 1 rupee will be premium. Allotment, there is no calls in arrear or calls in advance. We collect full money. No need to give the title, but you have to give the narration. Narration ketirukana. Ignore narration கொடுத்திருந்தா தான் ignore பண்ணணும். Otherwise, you have to just pass journal entry with the narration தான். First call money எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? How many shares? 20,000 into 2. First call calls in arrears irka, calls in advance. Calls in advance. So to share first call, we need to collect 40,000. One shareholder paid full money at the time of first call itself, which means final call money is received in advance. 2,000 shares into what is the final call money? 3 rupees. Yeah, application 2 rupee, allotment 4 rupee, first call 2 rupee, 8 rupees ஆச்சு. Total 11 rupees collect பண்ணணும், including the premium. 11 rupees collect பண்ணணும், balance 3 rupees, 6,000. So we collect 46,000. What is the entry for final call due? Share final call account data to share capital. How much? 60,000. Take up to this, then we'll proceed. Up to this, if there is any doubt, please ask me. There is no rejection or surplus. But just for your understanding, to bank if it is rejected, to share allotment for the surplus. There is no proportionate allotment in this question. What is the next one? We have to receive final call. We have to receive final call. For that, we have to pass entry. Then interest on calls in advance has to be paid. Interest on calls in arrear has to be collected. So for that, you have to pass the entry. Try pananga. Up to this, any doubt? Any doubt in this calls in advance? Wait. What will be the final call that you will be getting? Final call, what is due? 60,000. Wait. Already we got advance money. You would adjust that advance money and take it. 6,000. And there is a calls in arrears. How many shareholders are not paying the money? This 100 plus 200. 300 persons holding 300 shares are not paying the money. 300 into 3, 900 we are not collecting. So what is the net collection? Interest we have to pass separate entry. Interest we have to pass a separate entry. So what is the entry you have to pass? Bank account data we have to collect. 53,100 we are collecting. Open calls and arrears. How much? 900. And we have to close calls in advance also. Calls in advance will be closed here. To share final call. Since they said ignore the dates, we are not maintaining date column. Okay, Bala. Interest on calls in advance. எவ்வளவு calls in advance இருக்கு? 6,000 rupees into eவ்வளவு percentage? 6% we have to pay for how many months? What is the difference between final call and first call? After 4 months னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. After 4 months. So into 4 by 12. 120. What is the entry you will pay? You pass. We are paying the money. Interest on calls in advance account date are 120 to bank. Any doubt in the calculation? 6,000, 6% we have to pay for how many months? 4 months. Any doubt in the calculation? 4 months, this calculation, any doubt in it? Then interest on calls and arrears. Listen, one shareholder paid money after how many months? 3 months and what? 4 months. So the person holding 200 shares, what is the final call money? What is the final call money? 3 rupees. What is the interest? 5% paid after how many months? Paid after how many months? 3 months. 200 into 3 into 5% for 3 months. Then for the person holding 100 shares into 3 rupees into 5% for how many months? 4 months. For 4 months, you have to pay the calls and arrears for the remaining shares. So totally how much you have to collect? Since it is specified, ignore the dates. What is the entry you will pass? 12 point. Pay attention. Interest on calls in advance is calculated for how many months? 4 months. Calls in arrears for the first person delayed by how many months? 3 months. Second person 4 months, like that we work out. Take up this. This was tested for 10 marks. We have to pass the calls and arrears collect பண்றதுக்கு entry pass பண்ணணும். What is entry for collecting calls and arrears? What is the entry for collecting calls and arrears? Bank account data to calls and arrears. Interest on calls and arrears pay பண்றாங்க. Then bank account data to what? Calls and arrears account. Since it ignore date னு கொடுத்ததனால combine பண்ணி போடுறோம். One is after 3 months, one is after 4 months. எவ்வளவு amount calls and arrears? I repeat, any doubt for final call received? Out of 60,000, advance or 6,000 இருக்கு, arrears or 900, balance 53,100 we collect. 53,100 we collect, arrears 900, advance 6,000 to share final call. We are paying interest on calls in advance for 4 months. Interest on calls in arrears from the shareholder 1, 3 months, or from the shareholder 2, 4 months. So totally we have to collect how much? 12.5 bank account debt or to interest on calls in advance account, arrears account. Then we collect calls in arrears also. They paid the money along with calls interest. We collected interest as well as calls in arrears. Both are collected. Since it is collected, no cancellation, no forfeiture. Now, we are going to the most important part. If the question paper is easy, they will give all these things. Okay. So let us not expect that. Start. If shares are forfeited, what do you mean by forfeited? Cancelled. Listen to it. If shares are cancelled, what to do? Listen. When the money is due, we keep crediting which account? Share capital, share capital. Like that, we keep crediting which one? Share capital. The money due goes to share capital account. If the money is not collected, we have to cancel the capital. Capital will have which balance? Credit balance. So how to close it? Debit it. Share capital account data most important, called up value. See, if the shares are cancelled after final call, full value. If shares are cancelled after some 6 rupees, 7 rupees like that, debit only to that extent. Share capital account data, which value? Called up value. Sir, will you debit securities premium? Simple. We'll cancel it when it is not collected. When it is not collected, the company will cancel it. To calls in arrears. To calls in arrears account, balance will go to which account? Share forfeiture account. Balance will go to share forfeiture account. So if shares are forfeited, this is the entry we pass. Please take it up. This entry is important because based on this, definitely question can be tested. The shares can be reissued to anyone. Anyone, the company can reissue the shares. What is the entry you will pass when shares are reissued? Bank account data. Suppose if there is a loss, we will debit in which account? If there is a loss or discount, we will debit it here to share capital. So the net gain will be transferred to capital reserve. Capital reserve can be created only when the shares are reissued. Sir, I cancelled the shares. I did not reissue the shares. Can I create capital reserve? No. Shares are reissued. Can I create capital reserve? Yes. For example, if share forfeiture is like 10,000, reissue loss is like 2,000. How much you can create? 8,000 rupees of capital reserve will be created. If shares are partially reissued, we have to work out the amount and transfer. But these are the two important entries that we have to pass. Take up this, then read the next question. Read which question? November 2022 question. Read the next question. How many shares are issued? 2 lakh equity shares of 10 each. 3 rupees on application. 5 rupees including 2 rupees premium. On allotment, then 4 rupees on call. பாருங்க எவ்வளவு இருக்குன்னு 3 plus 5 plus 4. What is the total? 12. So only application money, allotment money, only one call money. Okay. All are subscribed. Money due was collected except Mr. J holding how many shares? 500 shares did not pay which money? Allotment money and call money. Remember, J did not pay for allotment money and call money. Then Mr. K holding 10,000 shares failed to pay which money? Call money. All the 15,000 shares are forfeited. Out of the forfeited shares, 10,000 shares, that is J shares are reissued. At a discount of how much? 1 rupee per share. So, two shareholders are not paying money. Who are not paying money? J and K are not paying money. 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. But reissue பண்ணும்போது பாத்தீங்கன்னா we reissue only how many shares? This model question is very famous in foundation exam. Partial reissue question. Shall we? Okay. Start. What is the first entry we'll pass? Bank account data to share application account. How many shares? 2 lakh shares into 10 rupees. Please do it along with me. Oh, 3 rupees. Hello. Transfer it. Examination, you must note revision. Being application money received on 2 lakh shares. Being transfer of application money, that must be written. Allotment money. What is the entry? Two lakh into how much? 5 rupees. Premium எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? Balance? The capital is like 2 lakhs into 3 rupees. Next. Collect the money. Bank account data. Anyone not paid? Calls in arrears account data to share allotment. 2 lakh into 5, 10 lakh. For how many shares we are not collecting the money? 5,000 shares into 5. Balance is collected. ஒரே ஒரு கால் தான். Share call account data to share capital. How much share call? Share call account data to share capital 8 lakhs. From receipt. Both the shareholders are not paying the money. Total எவ்வளவு shares? 15,000 into 4. One shareholder for 10,000, another one for 5,000. 15,000 into 4, how much? Balance is collected. Sir, can I combine and pass the entry? Yes, but it will lead to some confusion with respect to calculation because all the shares are not reissued. We cancelled how many shares? 5,000 plus 10,000. 15,000 shares are cancelled, but reissue பண்ணும்போது 10,000. So it's better to pass a separate entry so that on the capital reserve calculation it will be helpful. J did not pay which money? Allotment money itself. So share capital account data for J, how many shares? 5,000 into 10 rupees, 50,000. We have to debit securities premium because this person has not paid the money. To calls in arrears. From this person, what is the calls in arrears? First call, sorry, allotment money 5 rupees, first call money 4 rupees. 5 rupees plus 4 rupees into எவ்வளோ shares? 5,000 shares எவ்வளோ வருங்க? This person has not paid which money? Allotment money 5 rupees, first call or call money 4 rupees, 9 rupees pay பண்ணல. Into 5,000 போட்டா என்ன வரும்? 40, 5,000 we are not collecting from this person. Balance will go to which account? What is the balance? So 15,000 is the share forfeiture account balance for J. I repeat, share capital account data. Why 5,000 into 10? Shares are cancelled after final call, so 5,000 into 10. Securities premium, why are you debiting for J? J did not pay which money? Allotment money. J did not pay allotment money. Calls in arrears, how? 9 rupees. What is not collected? 5 plus 4. 9 into 5,000, 45,000. Balance goes to which account? Share forfeiture account. Forfeiture of K. Share capital account data. How many shares we are cancelling? 10,000 shares into 10. How much? 1 lakh. Will it debit securities premium for K? K did not pay which money? Final call. Oh, allotment pay pantalli adukku. Should don't cancel securities premium. Okay. 2 calls in arrears. He did not pay only which call? Final call. 4 into 10,000. Balance how much will come? 60,000. Balance will go to share forfeiture. The difference is here we debit the premium because that person has not paid the allotment, not collected. Of course, we have not collected premium. So cancel premium also. K, we are not cancelling premium. Why are we not cancelling premium? He has paid allotment money, only the final call not paid. How many shares are reissued? Only 10,000 is reissued at the rate of 9 rupees. 10,000 into 9, 90,000. But to share capital will be 10,000 into 10, 1 lakh. What about the balance? The loss will be adjusted in which account? Did we reissue all the shares? இப்போ capital reserve create பண்ணும்போது if all the shares are reissued என்ன பண்ணலாம்? If all the shares are reissued, 15,000 plus 60,000 total forfeiture 75,000 minus loss 10,000 capital reserve transfer பண்ணிடலாம். If all the shares are reissued, but here all the shares are not reissued. We cancelled 10,000 shares. 5,000 shares cancelled here. Then here how many shares are cancelled? 10,000 shares are cancelled. But reissued only how many shares? 10,000 shares are reissued. So we cannot create capital reserve just by adding and deducting. How to do it? Listen to it. It is given in the question. While reissuing, we have reissued all the shares of J. We have reissued all the shares of J. So reissued 10,000 shares, which includes all the shares of J. That is how many shares? 5,000 shares. For which what is the forfeiture account? 5,000 shares எவ்வளவுங்க forfeiture account? 15,000. போட்டுருக்கோம் பாரு. For this J, 5,000 shares, what is the forfeiture account? 15,000. Balance belongs to K. How many shares are issued? 10,000 ல 5,000 போச்சுன்னா balance 5,000 க்கு எவ்வளவு forfeiture account? எவ்வளவு forfeiture account? Simple. For 10,000 shares, if it is 60,000, sorry. For 10,000 shares, if it is 60,000, for 5,000 shares, how much? Yeah. 30,000. So 45,000 is the share forfeiture account. 45,000 is the share forfeiture account less loss on reissue. What is the loss on reissue? 10,000. So capital reserve we have to create for how much? 35. I repeat, all the shares are reissued. So K, only how many shares are reissued? 5,000 shares are reissued. What is the forfeiture account for that? What is the forfeiture account for that? 60,000 is for 10,000 means what is for 5,000? Take it up. So what is the entry you will pass for this? What will be the entry you will pass for this? And please remember, how many shares not reissued? 5,000 of J share not reissued. 5,000 of J shares are not reissued. So அதுக்கு forfeiture account எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? Simple. 60,000 if it is for 10,000, what is for 5,000? 30,000 rupees will be there in which account? Share forfeiture account as balance. Till those shares are reissued, this balance will be there in which account? Share forfeiture account. அது reissue பண்ற வரைக்கும் you cannot touch which account? Share forfeiture account 30,000. Read the next question, please. That's a very good question again. The last question, when this question, when the forfeiture happens, the forfeiture happens after final call. After all the calls are made, shares are forfeited. Both J and K, we cancel the shares. எப்ப cancel பண்ணோம் shares? After final call. After final call. Next question, shares are cancelled after first call as well as final call. So you have to make first call, collect first call, cancel the shares, then go with which one? Final call and the go through that question. How many shares are issued? 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 rupees, okay. 100 shares are allotted, failed to pay which money? Allotment money, and shares are forfeited immediately after which one? Oh, allotment kapra or forfeiture irukku. Then, what is the next one? Shyam, 150 shares are allotted, paid to pay the first call, and the shares are forfeited after first call. Then, one more. Second call was made, Mohan did not pay the final call, and the shares are forfeited. So, 3 forfeitures. Good. All the shares are reissued at the rate of what? 9 rupees per share. So, allotment, that is application money, allotment money, then cancel. First call, collection, then cancel. Final call, collection, then cancel. Like that, we have to proceed. Then all the shares are reissued at the rate of what? 9. No premium in this question. No premium in this question. What is the entry for application money received? 10,000 into 1. Allotment money? 2 rupees. Huh? You have to collect 20,000. One shareholder did not pay the money. Euro shares into share capital account data. What will be the amount? How many shares we are cancelling? 100 shares. We have to debit not full amount, only called up value. Application money plus allotment money. Now, first call can be made for how many shares? On the 10,000, 100 cancelled. So 9,900 into 3. Calls can be made only for the shares which are outstanding, otherwise not cancelled. எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? Calls in arrears ஒருத்தன் பே பண்ணலையா? எவ்வளவு ஷேர்ஸ்க்கு பே பண்ணல? Into 3 rupees. Let us cancel the 150 shares. What is the entry will pass? Share capital account data. How much will be the amount? 150 into application allotment first call. Application allotment first call. Calls in arrears are this 450. Balance goes to share forfeiture account. Final call not collected for how many shares? So final call எவ்வளவு shares outstanding இருக்கும்? 10,000 already 100 போயாச்சு, then 150 போயாச்சு, balance எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? Here 100 shares are cancelled. Here 150 shares are cancelled. So 250 shares already நம்ம cancel பண்ணிட்டோம். Balance 9750 into how much? 4 rupees. In that, one person holding how many shares? 50 shares are not paying the final call. Balance. The 50 shares are fully called up into 10 rupees. Application allotment, first call, final call, everything is over. Calls in arrear is 200. Balance will go to which account? Share forfeiture account. Next reissue பண்றதுக்கு we can pass a combined entry because all the shares are reissue. What is the entry will pass? Bank account data. Totally how many shares we are going to reissue? 300 shares into 9 rupees. All the shares are reissued earlier. Balance will go to share forfeiture account. So what is the forfeiture account balances? First ஒரு 100 rupees இருக்கு, then 450, then 300 minus last 300. What is the net amount to be transferred to capital reserve? That doesn't matter. Loss will be, all the shares are reissued. Let us take all the forfeiture account minus loss. That's all. Oh, face value is 10 rupees. Yes, not required. Not required. Face value will be always 100. Shall we? Or எடுத்துட்டீங்களா? Read the next question, please. Please read the next question. June 2023 question. Look at how many shares are issued. 1,20,000. It's a very good question. Concentrate 100%. 1,20,000. Application 3 rupees. Allotment 5 rupees. First call 4 rupees. Okay. Application received for 3,60,000. அதில் 80,000 shares reject பண்ணிருக்கோம். For those who applied 1,60,000, we allotted 80. Second category 1,20,000 applied, we allotted what? 40,000. Which means there is this is called as pro rata allotment. There is a surplus. 1,60,000 க்கு 80 allot பண்ணிருக்கோம். Now what is the surplus? 80,000 surplus, which means it will be adjusted towards allotment money. You paid application money for 1,60,000 shares. How many shares are given? 80,000 shares are given. Sir, what about the remaining 80,000 shares money? It will be adjusted with which money? Allotment money. This one, 1,20,000, we give only what? 40,000. Remaining 80,000 will be taken as which one? Surplus money, which may be towards allotment or first call, which we have to see. 1,20,000 shares. Otherwise, more than the accounting, I request you to think, look at the allotment proportion. For 1,60,000, we have given 80,000 shares. Now, allotment 1 by 2. Clear? 1 share for every 2 share. Clear? 80,000 shares are given for 1,60,000. 1 by 2 allotment. 40,000 shares are allotted for 1,20,000 applications. 1 by 3 allotment. If you apply for 3 share, you get what? 1 share of the month. Excess money adjusted with which one? Sum due on allotment, and the balance amount is returned to which one? Applicants kuduthirukanga. All the money was fully received except the final call by a shareholder belonging to what? Category 1 who applied for what? 680 shares. Of course, surplus will be there only till allotment. Okay, the 680 shares we have to cancel, and the shares are reissued, and the shares are reissued at rupees 13 rupees. What is the face value? 10 rupees. Now, reissue happens at a premium. Of course, wherever you reissue the shares, it will go to which account? Premium. It will go to which account? Securities premium account. Read the question again, then we will start. First two entries, try to pass. Try to pass the first two entries. We will see. What is allotment money? Now, pay attention. Bank account data to share application. How many applications totally received? 3,60,000 into 3. How much? What to do with this 10,80,000? Listen. To share capital, application money towards share capital, how many shares maximum can be allotted? Otherwise, 80 plus 40. எவ்வளோ shares allot பண்ணிருக்கோம்? 1,20,000 shares. 1,20,000 shares into what is the money amount? Application money. 3 rupees. 1,20,000 into 3. 3,60,000. Two share allotment account. எவ்வளோ surplus adjust பண்ணணும்? அப்படி டைரக்டா போட முடியாது. திங்க் பண்ணுங்க. 4,80,000? நோ. 4,80,000 கிடையாது. வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. Look at this. Rejected category. Listen. Don't copy. Wait. Rejected category. No money is due. No money is due. Look at the 1/2 allotment category. What is the surplus? 1,60,000 into 3 போட்டா 4,80,000. 4,80,000 the last category விட்டுடு. Okay, 4,80,000. In that, how much is transferred to capital? Application money transferred to capital. How many shares are allotted in? How many shares are allotted? How many shares are allotted in the first category? 80,000 into 3, 2,40,000. எவ்வளவு surplus இருக்கு? 2,40,000. Allotment money dues 4 lakhs. So entire surplus can be used. For example, let us assume this group belongs to category 1. They applied for 1,60,000 shares into 3. They paid 4,80,000. How many shares are given to them? 80,000 into 3, 2,40,000. So இவங்க கிட்ட surplus எவ்வளவு இருக்குங்க? 2,40,000. அவங்களோட allotment money due எவ்வளவுங்க? அவங்களோட allotment money due எவ்வளவுங்க? 4 lakhs. So the full surplus can be used for allotment. உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து due எவ்வளவு கம்பெனிக்கு? 4 lakhs. Already இங்க எவ்வளவு surplus இருக்கு? 2,40,000. So this surplus can be used. This surplus can be used. 1/3 allotment ல பாருங்க. 1,20,000. Let us assume you paid 1,20,000 into 3. எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? 3,60,000. But company has given you how many shares? 40,000 into 3 எவ்வளவு? 1,20,000. எவ்வளவு surplus இருக்கு? 2,40,000 surplus இருக்கு. From you, what is allotment money due? How many shares are given to you? 40,000 into 5 rupees. 40,000 into 5 rupees எவ்வளவு உங்களுக்கு இருந்து due? 2 lakhs and due. But உங்கள்ட்ட surplus எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2,40,000. So எவ்வளவு surplus நம்ம இப்ப யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்? 2,40,000 surplus இருக்கு. Allotment money due 2 lakh தான். So how much money will be used for allotment? Will you use 2,40,000 or 2 lakhs? 2 lakhs யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும். So wait பண்ணுங்க. Surplus for allotment will be from first category we can use 2,40,000 fully. The 2,40,000 full ஆ எடுத்துக்க முடியும். Why? Because இவங்கிட்ட இருந்து பைசா எவ்வளவு டியூ? 4 lakhs. Surplus எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2,40,000. So full ஆ யூஸ் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். From the second category surplus 2,40,000 இருக்கலாம். பட் உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து allotment money due எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2 lakhs. So I can take only 2 lakhs. So how much money is used? 4,40,000 தான் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும் எப்போ allotment timeல. So allotment account 4,40,000. Listen. Rejected பாருங்க. The first category எவ்வளவு shares? 80,000 shares நாம் எதுவுமே allot பண்ணல. Somebody applied for 80,000 shares. We have not given any shares. So the balance, nothing. This should be refunded. This 2,40,000 should be refunded. And this balance after adjustment of allotment should be refunded. எவ்வளவு refund பண்ணணும்? 2,80,000 refund பண்ணணும். ரொம்ப clear-ஆ கொடுத்திருக்கான் பாருங்க. Excess money received with application was adjusted towards allotment and balance amount returned to what? Applicants, which means from the third category, especially be careful. 3,60,000 we collected. Application money, capital எவ்வளவு transfer பண்ணிருக்கோம்? 3,60,000 நீங்க pay பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. 1,20,000 வந்து application money transfer to capital. Balance எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2,40,000 surplus இருக்குங்க. அந்த சர்ப்ளஸ்ல allotment money due எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2 lakhs தான். So 2 lakhs தான் நான் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும். Remaining 40,000 இந்த 2,40,000 டோட்டலா ரிஜெக்ட் பண்ணணும். Many students what they have done, okay, directா பேலன்ஸ் இந்த ரிஜெக்டட்ல 2,40,000 போட்டுட்டீங்க, 4,80,000 போட்டுட்டா. Okay, so that is the most important thing. I repeat once more for those who are not understanding. I'll repeat once more. Pay attention. First category ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கா? 80,000 into 3, 2,40,000. Did we allot any shares? No. So it should be fully rejected. Listen, second category பாருங்க. என்ன second category இது? 1,60,000 க்கு எவ்வளவு shares தந்திருக்கும்? 80,000 shares தந்திருக்கும். So how much money they paid? 1,60,000 into 3, 4,80,000. In that, how much will be transferred to capital? How many shares are given? 80,000 shares into what is application money? 3. 2,40,000 will be transferred to capital. அவங்க கேட்டகரியில எவ்வளவு சர்ப்ளஸ் இருக்கு? 2,40,000 சர்ப்ளஸ் இருக்கு. உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து எவ்வளவு allotment money due? What is allotment money due from you? What is allotment money? 5 rupees per share into 80,000. 80,000 into 5 rupees எவ்வளவு due? 4 lakhs. So surplus இருக்கிறது நம்ம ஃபுல்லா யூஸ் பண்ணலாமா? Surplus இருக்கிறது 2,40,000. Allotment money due எவ்வளவு? 4 lakhs. So can I use the surplus fully? Yes, I can use the surplus fully. Wait. Next category பாருங்க. 1/3 allotment category. How much you all paid? 1,20,000 into 3 எவ்வளவு pay பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? 3,60,000 pay பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. For you, how many shares are given? 40,000 shares into 3 போட்டா 1,20,000 தான் வரும். So surplus உங்க அக்கவுண்ட்ல எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2,40,000 இருக்கு. But allotment money due from you is 40,000 into 5. 40,000 into 5 எவ்வளவு? 2 lakhs. இப்ப எவ்வளவு surplus allotmentல adjust பண்ண முடியும்? How much of surplus can be adjusted with allotment? Surplus can be 2,40,000. But at the time of allotment, money due itself is 2 lakhs. How can you adjust surplus more than the amount due? உங்ககிட்ட எவ்வளவு allotment money due? 2 lakhs. Okay, surplus can be adjusted only to the maximum extent. Balance money will be rejected. So surplus from this category 2,40,000, this category 2 lakhs. So total of 4,40,000 surplus use பண்றோம். In the nothing allotted, balance after the allotment money we reject. It's a very good question. Take it up. Start. Pass the entry. Next entry. Shall we? Or is there a default in allotment? No. Can you tell me what is the money received at the time of allotment? Listen, there are two methods of working. Pay attention. One is journal entry method. Listen, share allotment இப்போ எவ்வளவு டெபிட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க 6 lakhs. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி எவ்வளவு சர்ப்ளஸ் இருக்கு 4 lakh 40. So balance எவ்வளவு கலெக்ட் பண்ணும் 1 lakh 60. This is journal entry method. Table methodலயும் பார்க்கலாம். First category ஏதாவது டியூ இருக்குமா ரிஜெக்டட். 1/2 allotmentல பாருங்க எவ்வளவு சர்ப்ளஸ் இருக்கு 2 lakh 40. எவ்வளவு allotment money டியூ 4 lakhs. எவ்வளவு இருக்கும் அந்த 1 lakh 60 தான் இந்த 1 lakh 60. Okay, so you people have to pay 4 lakhs, surplus 2 lakh 40 adjusted, so balance 1 lakh 60 is collected. From the last category, allotment money due எவ்வளவு இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு 2 lakh, உங்களோட surplus எவ்வளவு இருந்துச்சு 2 lakh 40 இருந்தது. From the second category, okay, surplus இருக்கு actually, உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து எது பைசா டியூ இல்ல. So this 1 lakh 60,000 is nothing but due from this category. இல்லையா? நீங்க 4 lakhs பே பண்ணனும், சர்ப்ளஸ் எவ்வளவு அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிருப்போம் 2 lakh 40 அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிருப்போம். So balance on the 1 lakh 60,000. Take it up, then we'll copy பண்ணிட்டீங்களா அது வரைக்கும்? This table over, taken up. Next, pass the entry for first call money. Try பண்ணுங்க, மத்தெல்லாம் சிம்பிள் தான். There's no working, further working. You can just pass first call, final call, cancellation. Try பண்ணுங்க. What is the first call money due? எவ்வளவு shares 1,20,000 into 4. 4,80,000. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Any default in first call? Any default in first call? Yes. So how many shares we have not received? No. Oh, first and final call. Okay. Category 1 who applied for how many shares? Our surplus எதுவும் கிடையாது. Surplus died in allotment itself. Surplus got over in what? Allotment itself. No surplus here. So 680 into 4. 680 into 4. Not collected. Applied. அப்ப எவ்வளவு அலாட் பண்ணிருப்போம் 340. 340 into 4. Correct. 340 into 4 என்ன வரும்? 1/2 allotment இல்லையா? So balance then we have to cancel the shares. What is entry for cancellation? Share capital account data, calls in arrears account, to share for feature account. Share capital account data எவ்வளவு shares 340 shares into 10 rupees. Calls in arrears 1,360. Balance will go to forfeiture account. All the shares are reissue. Yes. What is entry for reissue? bank account debtor to share capital to securities premium account. We are issuing at a premium 340 shares into 13. We collect 340 into 13. Share capital will be 340 into 10, 3,400. Excess will go to which account? Wherever we reissue at a premium, it will go to securities premium account. Now, is there a loss and reissue? The entire share forfeiture can be transferred to capital reserve. What is the share forfeiture account? 13. That's it. Take it. Shares are reissued at a premium, so it will go to which account? Securities premium account. அப்படியே இந்த forfeiture account we can transfer to capital reserve. Why? Because there is no loss in reissue. There is no loss in reissue. What was difficult in the question? Difficult கிடையாது, நம்ம overlook mistake பண்ணுவோம். In the surplus adjustment would have been a difficult one.